of locating your spiritual self. Well, we've got 2 parts done. By this point, if you went on to this part 3, you're either hoping or you're getting convinced that there is an answer to your life of human lostness. We're all lost. We're all lost, and God's addressing this. He knows this is the problem. And first, He tells you you've looked in the wrong place. It's inside yourself. And then He tells you, look, if you know that you're lost, then ask for my help to get you to let go of your lost heart in order to be able to find your true heart. We've been covering that in the first 2 chapters of this verse. And we're now moving into the 3rd part. God, or Jesus in our case, or Mary, is instructing you on how to be able to work at this with God. And so on we go to the final portions of this verse number 360 of the footletter of Notes Divine. He has stated to you, it really would behoove you well to make your move for healing's sake, to get the healing of whatever it is, troubled mind, sickened body, troubled relationships, fear of the future, guilt over things that have happened in the past, no matter what they are, wherever it is, your unfocused lack of godly awareness available to you is wanting to take you wherever the problems are. And now he explains. Here's the sentence. I read it exactly as God says it here. Still be thy mind. Make your mind still. Still be thy mind, blanched of thoughts adrift. Blanch, take the color out. Blanch, to Clorox it, I want to say, to bleach it. Still be thy mind, blanched of thoughts adrift. You're now going to ask God to help you with your drifting thoughts in order to get your mind still. Because the still mind is not the human mind. The yap, 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 aggravations, upset, distress, loneliness, despair that you're feeling is all the human mind. You want it to be still, then you need to be able to stop thinking. Oh, how can I stop thinking? I do that all day. That's all my mind does is go yap, 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 yap all day long. You're right. You're right. All of us feel that. All of us feel it. Even when we're praying, we can suddenly hear a yap, yap, yap of our mind distract us while we're praying. It's normal. It's not that you're a failure. It's normal. The human mind attacks yap, 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 yap in order to stop you from going to God to find out that there's another mind. The precious, still mind, the quiet mind that's not bothered by anything because God knows all the answers. So there are no questions, there's just the application of answers as you're learning them from God. Still mind, and the way it's done is you wish to be able to stop the thinking that's going through your mind. You've gotten to the point where you'd like to stop it. Again, prayer time, prayer time. If you think you can stop, well, I can stop this. Okay, mind, I'm stopping. I'm fed up with you. I don't want to talk anything. Well intended. Very good. I'm not putting a knock on you for it. It's a well-intended approach. However, who do you think knows how to be able to quiet your mind better? You or God, who created you in the first place? Who do you think knows how to do it better? What do you think about it? I won't ask you to answer that at this moment. For myself, I found out, and I'm a doctor of psychology. I practiced that kind of stuff for years before I moved over into the spiritual aspect of healing, and believed that I was supposed to know how to heal myself and was teaching this kind of stuff until I found out God's the great teacher, and there's nothing wrong in being asking for help, because even Jesus asked for help. Even Moses asked for help. No matter where you turn, there was this asking for help, this acknowledgement that you don't know it. The great prophets of Israel, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, you see them relating to God. They needed God in their life to get it. And God is saying here, your mind will be still if it's blanched, if it's whited out, your thoughts adrift. So to pray it, Lord, need help with my thoughts. Lord, how do I make myself quiet? Lord, is there some way that I can get to you? Lord, how do I use you with this? Whatever you notice is in your mind, God is beginning to feed you the way to talk to Him. Lord, I tried it. Yeah, I noticed it worked a little bit. My mind quieted down a bit. It wasn't as noisy as it was before. Then it got noisy all over again. Lord, did I do something wrong? Did I make a mistake? Is that okay? And you find out it's normal. That your mind, the more you want to go to God, your mind comes at you strong. But it can't keep you. It distracts you. But you'll start noticing that you catch the fact that your mind came in on you again. It came in. Somebody's telling you your mind came in again. Guess who it was? Yes, it's God, who counters your mind each time that it happens because you gave Him permission to do so. Lord, just do anything that you can with my mind with what's going on now. Lord, I'm very, very frightened. I feel so lonely, nobody loves me, and I feel that I'm going through this world in this awful, awful state of nobody cares for me. Lord, I hand this to you. And you start to notice that there's a quieting, a stillness starts to come in because you permitted God to rise up in your mind. And His mind is quiet and still because He's got all the answers. And He brings those answers to you. And your own mind, the human mind, doesn't like that at all. Yeah, it tries to distract you. You become aware of the distraction. And you bring that back to God. Thank you, God. I got distracted again. Thank you. I'm back again. God teaches you to go for those moments of quiet, of stillness, because that's the real you. That's the godly you. And you're doing right each time that you feel it. And you must expect your mind to interfere and come back with you, wake you up at night, keep you from sleeping. All these kinds of things are done by the human mind to poop you out so that you stop going to God and you pay attention to the human mind. That's what's going on. And you're on the right track. You're on the right track. He states further that if you're following this path, that wasted not, you're not wasting anything now, wasted not be thee in time eternal. You're not a wreck in the eternal time. It's not waste. It's not waste in which you're ruled by sanctions, rules, sanctions, holding. You have now entered into a place of the holiness of peace, which you not only feel it in yourself, but you're demonstrating it to others, and other people want to know, how come you can sit this? You know, I remember you used to be all aggravated, yip-yapping and yelling and all. You don't do that anymore. How come? You're now acting as a disciple of healing to help others to receive it. You're not a waste because everybody's looking for peace, for the end of fear, for the end of death, for the end of all the things that tear us apart, for the end of self-doubt, for the end of our problematic relations with others. You now are getting the answers from the holiness of your mind, that you see things from that holiness. You also will be very, very helped by a support group. And if you turn to God and you say, I need your help, because maybe you don't know where even to go for the support group, you turn to God. I need your help. How do you suggest that I might be able to work with people who have same kinds of issues like that and are looking for healing and could be there as my support group. It's an excellent prayer. In fact, if you wish, you can call our ChristianLadyFoundation.org and we'll pray with you. We'll try to figure out with you where a support group can come for you, or if we're meant to be a support group for you. You know where to find us. It's on the website, ChristianLadyFoundation.org. Yes, laity is Laity, laity.org. You can call us there. And if God uses us to help you, you're going to be helped. You're going to be helped. And the final statement that God makes after the end of all this, cease not thy stalking, you're following somebody, cease not thy stalk of heavenly dew, of what is due to you, D-U-E, due to you, from the recovery of your precious heavenly self. Here is what you've been looking for, that your life is not of this world. Your life, the fuller life, is of the world of peace and love and joy. And God says you're on the right track. Cease not thy stalking of it. Keep going with it. And if you say, well, I don't know how to do that either, you can turn to God. Lord, what do you mean by keep going it after? Aren't I doing enough? Is it possible that I'm supposed to do something more? And you know how, and I don't know how? Take it to God in prayer. Take it to God. That's what we're learning. That's why we're talking this stuff over. Because the final result of this is that all of God's children are going to awaken to the kingdom home inside themselves and have no desire whatsoever to stay in a world of mortality, of sickness and death and twistedness of the human mind, of competition, of climbing the hill and be the top of the king of the hill. All of that's gone. There's no desire for this. There is a oneness of love and celebration, of song, of dance. All of this is the kingdom of God. That's what is there, in which you're complete. You don't need somebody to love you to feel lovable. What you do need under those circumstances is the ability to give away the love. That's all you want to be, is a giver. You're not a taker. It changes your relationships with people, that kingdom within. You're not needy anymore. You are simply filled with the presence of God and delivering it as a healer that is being trained by God to help others who are walking down the same path that you are, and you bless them. You bless yourself, you bless your family, you bless friends, you bless the entire creation when you go into prayer, and the thoughts of your mind are carried by God to other people who are looking for a healing, and God delivers this to them because your mind concentrated on this, and He can take that mind and deliver it throughout the creation. You're filled now with the opportunity to help God to heal His very, very lost children in this world of humans. Hope this is helpful. Bye-bye for now.